Hi guys, welcome to Saturday Morning Beginners Yoga. Once again, this is a pre-recorded one because I'm still on holiday in Greece. As you can see, it's a little bit of a colder, windier day today. Kind of in keeping with our theme for this morning. Of course, it is Halloween today, so I have done a spooky Halloween themed yoga flow. So it's kind of a full body focus. Just a lot of the poses are a little bit more Halloween themed than usual. So as always, you don't need to have any equipment, you just need yourself, and just modify the poses to suit you. There's no pressure to do absolutely everything, just listen to your body and do whatever feels right for you today. Sorry, it keeps putting me in a bit of a weird silhouette effect, just adding to the Halloween theme, I suppose. So let's get started. We're going to begin in a seated position, so get yourself nice and comfortable. So starting off sitting, if it's comfy for you to sit with your legs crossed, then do so, but if not, just sit in any position that works for you. And we're just going to bring our focus to our breath for a few moments, just to begin to slow down and switch off. So if it's okay for you to close your eyes, you can do so now, or you might want to just soften your gaze and look down to the floor. So begin to bring your awareness to your breath, just switching everything off, all of your other senses, just focusing in very much on the breath, the sensations in your body as you inhale and exhale. Not trying to change the breath just yet, just using it as a focus point, allowing yourself to switch off and slow down. So bring that focus inwards, switching off from anything that might be going on outside, switching off from anything that might be going on within the room around you. And just bring that focus inwards. And then taking a moment to just scan through your mind, noticing how full it is, if it's very busy, if you've got lots of thoughts and emotions there. If that's the case, we're just going to give all of those things permission to go for a little while. So just allow those thoughts, those feelings, anything that's not serving your purpose right now to just float away until your mind becomes nice and calm and still, and you can focus in on your breath and nothing else. So begin to take control of your breath now, breathing in and out just through your nose if you can, taking those breaths really slowly and really deeply. Every inhale, noticing how it feels as the breath comes in through your nose, travels down into your chest and even deeper down into your belly. And every exhale, become aware of the sensations as the breath leaves your nose and everything relaxes. Your shoulders relax down, your jaw softens, you feel your hips sinking more deeply into the mat. Breathing in and out, nice and slowly. Now we're going to practice a breath which is called the Ujjayi breath in yoga. We also like to call it the Darth Vader breath because it is an audible breath. It's also called the hissing breath. So all you do is you continue to breathe in and out through your nose, but we're going to close off a part of our throat so that you can actually hear your breath in your ears, and it sounds a little bit like the sound of the ocean. So as you inhale, just inhale normally, slowly and deeply, and as you exhale, close off the back of your throat and breathe out. And there should be an audible hiss as the breath is forced round and through and out your nose. So a good way to practice and build up to this breath is to start by breathing out with your mouth open as if you're trying to fog up a mirror. So it's that kind of, and that's exactly what you should be doing with your throat. And then you do the same thing with the mouth closed. So we'll do that a few more times. Inhaling nice and deeply. And an exhale. So try and make that out breath as loud as possible, sounding like Darth Vader, breathing in and out. So we'll do this a few more times. And what it does is it just helps to regulate the breath. It helps to slow it down because it's being filtered a little bit more. It's quite hard to do short, shallow breaths when you're doing Ujjayi breath. So just 2 more. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. 1 last time. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Open your eyes now. Okay, so we're going to begin by doing some little shoulder lifts. So just lifting one shoulder at a time here. So inhaling it up, exhaling down, and then the other one. Inhale, exhale down. Lovely. Go back to the other side. So we've got a little bit of a thriller kind of vibe going on with our stretches this morning. So just taking those shoulders up and down, one at a time. And then both together, up and down. Brilliant. As you inhale, really squeeze them up, tense them right up by your ears, and then on the exhale, it's a big release as they relax all the way down. One last time, all the way up and down. Lovely. And then some rolls back with those shoulders. So again, just go with your breath as you breathe in, circle them up, and as you breathe out, relax them down. And then one at a time, so just doing that right shoulder back. And do 3 rolls. And then the left, 3 rolls back. And then the right shoulder is going to come forward 3 times. And the left shoulder forward. There's so many flies around at the moment. I suppose this is in keeping with the Halloween theme as well. Both shoulders forward now. Lovely, 1 more. Perfect. Sit yourself up nice and straight and tall. And drop your chin down to your chest. And we're going to roll our head over to the right. So right ear to right shoulder. And then back across the front and over to the left. Lovely. Keep that going just from side to side. So a zombie waking up. Getting rid of all of those stiff joints. Just being aware of any little cracks and pops you might be feeling in the neck, but knowing that they're normal. It's just that tension releasing. Lovely. Once more to each side. And then back down, chin to chest, and look all the way up nice and slowly. And all the way back down. All the way up. And all the way down. And now we're going to take this into a seated cat-cow stretch. So with your hands resting on your knees, as you inhale, slide the hands in towards you so your shoulder blades are pinching back. Bring your chest forward and gently look up. And as you exhale, slide the hands away from you, round through the back, drop your chin to your chest. And again, inhale, slide those hands in, look up. Exhale, back, forward and down. Lovely. Just move with your breath now. So really pinching those shoulders back. And then round through the back. And we're going to do 2 more of these. So inhale, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, relax down. And last one. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And then slide those hands back in as you sit up nice and straight and tall. So keep the hands resting on the knees. And we'll do a few hip circles. So bring your upper body around in a big circle. That's it. So nice and creepy. Big circles here, like zombies crawling out of the grave. All the way around. So just bring that chest as close down towards the floor as you can. Just opening up into those hips, getting that movement, but also getting your spine moving as well. Okay, change direction, take those big circles the other way. So keeping those hands resting on the knees, so those elbows are just coming out. And the shoulders are just coming down as well, so just stretching into those shoulders in any way that feels right for you. Okay, brilliant. Bring the left hand down to the floor beside you, now just resting on the fingertips. And we're going to inhale the right arm all the way up, reaching nice and tall, and then exhale over into a side stretch. So coming over nice and far here, so reaching through those fingertips, but keep rooting down through your right hip, so you're not rocking to one side. You're keeping that connection, and it's just that space in between your ribs and across your shoulder that should be stretching. So really reach and lengthen, taking another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, bring it back. Right hand comes down to the floor, left hand comes up. Inhale, reach and lengthen, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, over into that side bend. Again, keep that connection between your left hip and the floor. Really lengthening all the way down the side of your body. Just feeling those muscles in between your ribs begin to expand, opening up, breathing deeply here, breathing into the side body, deep breath in, and an exhale, bringing it all the way back down. Okay, inhale now to take your arms out nice and wide, opening those arms out really wide. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the arms forward, right arm over left, and give yourself a big hug. So cross those arms over. Creep your fingertips around your back. Relax your elbows down and relax your chin down to your chest. Giving yourself a hug. So just allow the back of your neck to lengthen. Feeling a nice stretch across the shoulders. Giving yourself a nice squeeze. And then inhale, start to uncurl those arms, take them out nice and wide once more, opening up across the chest. And exhale, we're going to do that again, this time with left arm on top of right. Give yourself another big hug. Creep those fingertips round. Relax the elbows down, relax the chin down to the chest, lengthen through the back of the neck. Keep breathing deeply here, breathing into the back of the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that lovely stretch. And on your next inhale, uncurl. Take your arms out nice and wide once more, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to go again, but this time we're going to do our eagle arms if you want to. So bring the arms back together, right on top of left. And if you want to, we can wrap those arms around each other, nice and twisted here. If this is too much for you, just go into the hug once again. So wrapping those arms around wherever they will reach. It could be the back of the palms that touch, or it could be the front of the palms that are touching. So just wherever it feels right for you. Hold the stretch here. Feeling that big stretch across the back of the shoulders. And we can do a little lift here. So as you breathe in, take those elbows up, and as you breathe out, gently lower them back down, releasing off. Moving with the breath, inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. And one more time, breathe in, lift those arms up, breathe out, lower them down. Now keeping the arms where they are, let's just see if we can do a little bit of a twist. So can you just take your upper body round to the right slightly? Sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale, bring it to the center. Inhale, over to the left. Again, just a small movement, keeping those hips connected to the floor. So keep sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, back to the center. And release. Take your arms out nice and wide once more. Opening those arms wide like an eagle, spreading its wings. And then exhale. The eagle brings its wings together, left one on top of right this time. And we'll curl them round. Again, just to wherever feels right for you. It could feel different on this side because the shoulders are often tighter on one side than the other. So just go with whatever you can do on this side. Remember, the hug is always an option for you as well. So inhale to lift those elbows up slightly. Exhale to lower them back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, feeling that lovely big stretch across the back of the shoulders. Last time, inhale up. Exhale down, hold those arms where they are, and we'll go for the little twist over to the left first of all, sitting up nice and tall. And then across through the middle. And over to the right. And back. Lovely, release the arms. And we're just going to give those shoulders a little bit of a wiggle. Just let everything go all floppy. Just shaking it off. Brilliant. We're going to come into our tabletop now. So take your time, come onto your hands and knees. So get yourself into a nice tabletop position, lovely flat back, knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. And take a moment now just to engage your core muscles. So all you need to do is just suck your belly button up towards your spine, switching on those core muscles. We want to be nice and strong here. So we're going to move through our cat-cow stretch. So as you inhale, tilt the tailbone up, drop the belly down, lift the chest forward and lift the gaze. And on the exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch up through the back. Really arching up those shoulders into our angry cat and back into the cow tilt on the inhale. Tailbone comes up, belly comes down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch up through the back, relax the head down. So keep moving now, just flow with your own breath, listen to your body. Moving into your spine, whichever way feels nice for you. We're going to do this a few more times. So you might even want to close your eyes so you can really notice how your spine is feeling today. Where are those areas of tension? Where does it feel a little bit stiff? Working into those areas that need it most. Okay, one more now. Inhale. And as you exhale up into that cat stretch, we're going to hold it there. So really arching up that back. We've got our angry black cat here. So let your head relax down. Push up through those shoulders. Suck your belly button in. Draw it up towards your spine. Into our angry black cat. Okay, so we're going to move now into a little sequence which is called striking cobra. Okay, so it starts off from our cat pose. And then we're just going to rock our weight forward, bring your chest down, and then lifting up. So pushing down into those hands, into cobra pose. And then we're going to come back, bring the hips back to the heels, sitting back into child's pose. Take a moment here to stretch through your back. So sinking those hips down to the heels, relaxing the head. And then as you inhale, rock the weight forward back into the tabletop. And exhale, lift up into that angry cat stretch once again. Perfect. We're going to go for that again. So start to move forward into your striking cobra. Push down into those hands. Little back bend as those hips sink down. And then push the hips back to the heels, sitting back into child's pose. Rest your head down. Well done. Take 2 breaths here. Really reaching out with those fingertips, so we're stretching through the arms, feeling the shoulders spread wide across your back. And come back up into the tabletop position and arch your back up into angry cat. We're going to do our striking cobra one last time. When you're ready, forward, up. Really arching that back. And then take the hips back to the heels. Rest the head down. 2 breaths here. Really think about lengthening your spine all the way from the crown of your head down to your tailbone. Relaxing down into child's pose. And remember as well, child's pose is a nice resting pose. This is always available to you if you need a little bit of a rest, if you need to sit out any poses. This is a nice one to come back to. So we're going to rock ourselves back up into the tabletop position once more. Excellent. So take a moment to focus on that core once again. Draw your belly button up towards your spine, switching on those abdominal muscles. And then we're going to take our right leg. We're going to stretch it out, but keep the toe down on the floor and just gently push back into that heel. So we're getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. So gently push back until you feel that stretch down the back of that leg. Getting that lovely stretch there. And then gently release, but keep the toes on the floor. And all we're going to do now is we're just going to take this right foot and we're going to step it to the other side of the mat. So taking it behind your other foot. Okay? So toes are still touching the floor, but the legs just moved across to the side. And then if you can, turn and look over your left shoulder. So look towards that foot if you can. See if you can see that foot. So we're getting a stretch down the right side of your body. And then bring the gaze back. Bring the foot back. And then we're going to gently lift that leg. So we're just going to lift it up so that it's in line with our back. And then if you want to, if you feel stable enough, you can lift the left arm, reaching it out in front, getting that nice balance. So draw your belly button up towards your spine, keeping that balance, reaching through the fingertips, kicking back through the heel, nice and lengthened. And carefully lower. Bring the knee back in. Sorry, I've got an ant on me now. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we're just taking the left leg out behind now, keeping those toes touching the floor. And then we're going to gently push back into that heel. So again, stretching down the hamstring, getting that lovely lengthening all the way down the back of the leg. This is a really nice variation of a hamstring stretch because you're completely in control. You can push as much or as little into that stretch as you need to. And then release off. And we're going to take that left foot across to the right side. So all it's done is literally just come over onto the other side of the foot and then turn to look back over your right shoulder, looking back towards that foot. Feeling this little stretch and opening up down the left side of your body and a little bit of a pinch, a little contraction down the right side of that body. So holding it for a minute, just feeling that nice stretch. And then release. Now lifting that leg so that it comes in line with the back. Holding it for a moment just to lift your belly button up to your spine, switching on those core muscles. Now if this is enough for you, stay here, but if you want to try the balance, then we can lift the right arm. So reaching forward through the fingertips, kicking back through the heel, lengthening, drawing the belly button up to help with your balance and your stability, reaching out. And then release it down. Brilliant. Okay, so we're just going to sit the hips back to the heels now into child's pose. So just resting the upper body down. Bring the head down to rest on the floor. If it doesn't come all the way down, make a little pillow with the fists or the hands. Just allow yourself to be comfortable for a moment, and we'll reconnect back with that breath once again. So inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. allowing everything to relax on the exhale. One more deep breath in and out here. Okay, reach forward with those hands now and spread your fingers out nice and wide. Rock the weight forward so you can tuck the toes under. And we're going to come up into our downward dog. So when you're ready, begin to lift those knees. Take those hips nice and high and back. Lifting up into our downward dog. So take a moment just to make sure that you are lifting those hips nice and high, that you're pushing your chest through your shoulders, trying to get it towards the legs. Don't worry too much about getting those heels down to the floor. Holding it for another breath, really enjoying that stretch down the hamstrings and that lengthening through the back. And then look up in between your hands. Now we're going to step forward with the left foot first. So when you're ready, take a big step forward, placing that foot in between the hands. Now take as many steps as you need to get there. Help it along with your hands if you need to. And then, when you're ready, we're going to lift up into this high lunge position. So bring yourself up. Now if you feel a little bit wobbly, shuffle the left foot out and the right foot out. Train tracks rather than a tightrope, remember. So keep that back heel lifted. We want that back leg to be nice and straight. So lift the knee up into the thigh. And then bend the front knee so that it comes directly over your ankle. Okay, so if you're happy with that posture, if that feels all right for you, bring the focus to the hips. Make sure that they're both facing forward. And then if you want to, you can bring the arms up as well. So if this is too much, just keep your hands resting down on your knee or in front of your chest. But if you can, lift those arms up into our crescent lunge pose. So a tiny little back bend, but it's mainly lifting up, and it's a strengthener through those legs. So sink the hips nice and low. Keep those leg muscles switched on. Taking one more deep breath in and out here. And then bring the arms down if they're lifted. And we're going to straighten this front leg. Okay, so both legs are nice and straight. Bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to come into a little forward fold now. So just bring the upper body forward, so hinging forward from those hips. So this should be a bit wobbly. This is a balancing pose. So if it feels a bit wobbly, bring your hands down to the floor if you can. So what we're getting here is a big stretch down both hamstrings. Okay, so this is pyramid pose. So just relax your upper body as much as you can. So either the hands are still on the hips or they're resting down on the floor, whatever's working for you. Hold it for a couple of breaths if you can, just to really feel that big stretch down those legs. Just remind your neck to relax and your jaw. And then everybody bring the hands down to the floor now. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk our hands across into the center. So start to pivot your feet so they both face side on. Walk the hands into the center. Just adjust the feet so that they're both in line with each other. And now we're in a wide-legged forward fold. So just allow the upper body to completely melt down. So relaxing all of your upper body here. If the hands don't reach the floor, if you feel more comfortable to rest them on your legs, that's absolutely fine. Or you might just want to let the arms dangle. Or the hands might come down to the floor. So whatever works for you. We're just feeling a big stretch down the hamstrings, and we're lengthening through the spine. It's also opening the hips. So it's a good multitasker, this one. So just let yourself go. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck, relaxing the jaw. And now we're going to slowly begin to curl up to standing. So starting to restack that spine one vertebra at a time. Arms are going to come up last of all, so let them hang heavy as you really, really slowly roll yourself up. Shoulders roll back and down. Lovely. Okay, you might want to walk the feet in slightly so they're not quite so wide apart.
And we're going to come into our goddess squat now. So we have also got a full moon tonight. So the goddess pose is one that we often use around the full moon. So we're going to start to bend the knees. Try to keep those knees out as far apart as you can. So try to keep them going in the same direction as your toes as you sink those hips down nice and low. So try and sit up nice and straight and tall. Sink those hips as low as you can. And then we're going to do our cactus arms. So we're bending at the elbows, hands are nice and open, so those fingers are spread wide. Okay, so this is also like our scary monster pose for Halloween. So sit those hips down nice and low. You should feel those thigh muscles really working here. If you're not doing it right, you need to sink down a little bit lower. Make sure you can feel it. Holding it for another breath. And release. Straighten up those legs. Well done. So we're going to turn to face the other direction now. So I want you to turn both feet to face towards the right. And again, you might want to shuffle them so they're a little bit wider apart so that we've got that stability. But we're keeping both legs straight for now. Bring your hands onto your hips and we hinge forward at the hips. So nice flat back as we come forward, starting to feel that big stretch down the back of both legs. And then you've got the option to bring the hands down to rest on the floor if it feels more stable for you. Or you can keep them on the hips. Try to relax the neck, relax the shoulders, nice flat back, but a big stretch down those legs. Back into our pyramid pose. Holding it here for a breath. Okay, and then we're gonna just bring the hands down to the floor for a moment just to help stable yourself. We're bending the front knee now. So start to bend the front knee until it comes over the ankle and then bring yourself up once again. So we're in our lunge position, our high crescent lunge, but we're facing the other way. So the right leg is forward this time. Sink the hips nice and low. See if we can turn them to face forward. Keep that knee over the ankle. And then if you can, bring your arms up into our crescent lunge. So tiny little back bend, reaching up, sinking the hips low, feeling it in the legs. Make sure that back leg's nice and straight and strong. So lift up that knee if you can. Breathing deeply. One more breath here, sink those hips. And bring the arms down. And we're going to straighten up and step the feet together. Well done. Have a little bit of a shake. Okay, so we're going to do a little balance now. So we built up to this a little bit before with our eagle arms. We're going to have a go at doing full eagle balance. So we could call this our bat pose, if keeping with the Halloween theme if you want to. So let's start off with our feet hip width apart, toes facing forward. Relax your shoulders back and down. Breathing slowly and deeply. Okay, so we always do the arms first on eagle pose, and then you've got the option if you want to try the legs. So when you're ready, inhale and take your arms out nice and wide. And as you exhale, bring them back forward. Right hand on top of left, and we're going to wrap those arms around. Now, if it's too much for you, remember you've got the hug as another option, a way to modify the pose. So really wrap those arms around as far as you can get them, holding on. Now we've got the option to bring in the leg. So I always like to do opposite leg. It doesn't really matter too much. So we put the right arm on top. So we're going to lift the left leg. So we're going to start to bend that left leg, just lifting the left foot up from the floor. Take it across in front of the other leg, and then see if you can wrap it around, hooking your toes around the back of that leg. So if you can't do that, maybe just resting the toes down next to your right foot is absolutely fine. So again, just go to wherever you can. And if this feels all right for you, then great. We'll see if we can hold it. So try to sit your hips down a little bit. So sit down into the pose. It will make it a little bit more stable. So balancing here. So if you can imagine we're upside down, we'd be like a bat having a sleep ball curled up. And then when you're ready, start to release the legs, coming slowly out, and then the arms. And give them a shake out. Shake the legs, shake the arms. Well done if you had a go at that one. Right, okay. Next side. Take your feet to hip width once again. Standing up nice and straight and tall, shoulders back and down. This time we'll take the arms out once more. And it's going to be left arm on top of right this time. So again, wrap those arms around to wherever is right for you. Holding them there. And then it's the right leg that we're going to lift this time. So slowly begin to bend that right knee, lifting it up from the floor. Take it across. And see if you can wrap it around the left. I'm definitely more wobbly on this side. This is my naughty side by the sound of it. So sit yourself back down if you can. Keeping those elbows nice and high will give you a nice big stretch in the shoulders. Pushing down into your big toe will help with that balance. Holding it here if you can. Ooh. And carefully release. Release the arms and give everything a big shake out. Well done. Okay, come down onto the mat once again. So we're going to come to lie down now. So just bring yourself to lie down on the mat. So coming down onto your back. And we're going to start by bringing the knees into the chest. So hug them in towards you. Taking hold of the shins and give them a nice squeeze in nice and tightly. You might want to rock a little bit from side to side, just massaging those hips down into the floor. And then bring the feet down to the floor, straightening out the legs. And reach the arms up and over your head into a nice full body stretch. So kick through your heels, reach through your fingers, really lengthening through the whole body, creating a nice big stretch. Enjoying that space that you've created. And then we're going to make it into a side stretch now. So we're going to take both hands over to the top right corner of the mat. So you might want to just hold on to your left wrist with your right hand so you can draw that left arm across. And then we're going to take both ankles, both feet over to the bottom right. So you might want to cross the left ankle over on top of the right. So hips are staying nice and still. And we're getting a big stretch all the way down the left side of the body, making our body into the shape of a banana. So a big side stretch here. Really opening up into the side body. Just lengthening, creating that space. And then bring the arms back, bring the legs back. Take a big stretch in the center once more. And then go to the other side. So just reaching that right arm over to the left side of the mat. And the right leg over to the left side as well. Just crossing it at the ankle. Keep the hips nice and firmly fixed down into the floor. Lengthening through the right side body. Big stretch here. Opening up. Stretching that space in between the ribs, feeling a stretch over the hips and the shoulders. And release. Bring the arms and the legs back to the center and then float your arms back down to rest by your side.
Okay, so we're going to slide those feet in towards us. So just taking a little bend in the knees, the feet are flat on the floor. So we're going to pick up the right foot and cross the ankle over on top of the left knee into our reclined pigeon. So we're just letting that leg come out to the side, gently opening up through the hip. So we'll give it a moment here just to gently open up. Stretching out that hip, stretching out that piriformis muscle across the top of your bum as well, the bit that squashes the sciatic nerve. Just allowing it to open up. Okay, and we're going to take our right hand and we're just going to slide it down the inside of the right leg. And I want you to take hold of that foot. So either holding onto the outside edge of the foot or just holding onto the ankle. But whatever you do, we're going to draw this knee down towards the side of the body. Okay, so just using the strength in the arm, you draw the knee down and the sole of the foot comes up towards the ceiling. So keeping that left knee bent, we're just opening this right hip up to the side. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths, so just gently opening the hip, feeling that knee sinking down, but remind yourself to relax your shoulders if you can. So you're just using the strength in the arm, but the shoulder is relaxed. Relax your jaw, relax your face, just softening everywhere in the upper body, bringing your focus into that right hip and the right hip alone. And then when you're ready, release and slowly let the foot come back down to the floor, resting next to the other one. And we'll pick up the left foot, crossing the ankle over on top of the right knee, and allow that knee to fall out to the side. Once again, slowly opening out the hip in preparation for the next part of the pose. So just let gravity do its work. It's a nice passive stretch. So this is called reclined pigeon. It's the same as pigeon pose when you're on your front. Also sometimes known as dead pigeon. I prefer not to use that name, but maybe for Halloween it seems appropriate. So then once those muscles have had a little bit of time just to relax and that joint has opened up slightly, we're going to reach down the inside of that left leg with the left arm and take hold wherever you can, either on the foot or around the ankle. But we bring the sole of the foot up to the ceiling and we draw the knee down towards the side of the body. Again, keeping this the right leg, just a little bit bent. Getting a nice stretch there and opening up into that left hip. So keep breathing slowly and deeply. Remember, if you can, we can keep doing our Ujjayi breath, our Darth Vader breathing, that audible breath so you can hear the sound of the ocean in your ears with every breath. Drawing that knee slowly down, keeping your focus. And then when you're ready, release. Bring the foot back down. And we're going to bring both knees in towards the chest. Give them a nice squeeze in. Maybe rock into that lower back. So this time we're going to go for the full expression of the pose. So it is, of course, happy baby pose. Also known as dead bug pose. So I thought it might be appropriate for Halloween. So both arms come down the middle of the legs and take hold of the feet or the ankles or the shins wherever you can, and then bring both feet up towards the ceiling. Hang on a minute. It's okay, come on in. Sorry guys, so we're in our happy baby or our dead bug pose. So we're holding onto the feet, lifting those feet up towards the ceiling And just drawing the knees down to either side of you. Soles of the feet come up towards the ceiling, opening up through those hips. And it might feel nice to rock from side to side in this pose as well. Just whatever feels nice for you. And then we're going to slowly release. Bring the knees back together and let them come back down onto the floor. Straighten out those legs. Reach the arms up and over your head. Take a nice full body stretch. And float them back down by your sides. Okay, so we're going to come into our final pose of the class, which is Shavasana, or to give it its English name, corpse pose. So again, quite fitting for our Halloween special. So just get yourself nice and comfortable, lying on your back. So let your feet flop out to either side. Wriggle your hips into a comfortable position so that your lower back feels nice and comfy on the floor. Spread your shoulders out nice and wide beneath you. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest to lengthen through the back of your neck. And let your arms rest down by your sides, turning the palms to face up. And if you haven't already done so, you might want to close your eyes now or just soften your gaze and begin to slow down and switch off. So bring your focus back to your breath once again, just as we did at the start of the class. Not trying to change or alter the breath in any way, just bringing that focus inwards. Noticing how it feels as you inhale and exhale. Becoming aware of the rise and fall of your chest and your belly with every breath. With every inhale, feeling that sense of calm and peace entering your body. And with every exhale, allowing yourself to let go, surrender into the pose a little bit more. Just relaxing down, feeling your whole body melting down into the floor. Becoming aware of the points where your body is in contact with the floor. Becoming aware of the sensations directly around you. Any sounds that you can hear. Noticing the temperature in the room, how it feels on your skin. Just bringing that mindfulness a little bit closer with every breath. And then beginning now to scan through your whole body. Again, noticing how you feel. Becoming aware of any areas of stiffness, tightness or tension. But also becoming aware of those parts of you that feel nice and relaxed. And then scanning through your mind as well, becoming aware of any feelings, any emotions, any nagging thoughts that just won't let go. I'm going to allow those things to release now. So breathing in a sense of calm and peace, and breathing out those things that don't serve you purpose. So letting go of those thoughts and feelings and emotions. Letting go of those areas of tightness and tension, those aches and pains. Anything that's not serving you purpose right now, we're going to let them go. Every time you exhale, another one floats away and disappears. Just take 2 more breaths like this, breathing in calm and peace, breathing out those things that don't serve you purpose. And then begin to relax your body now consciously as we move all the way up from the tips of our toes, beginning by relaxing the soles of your feet, relaxing your ankles, allow them to soften, let those feet just flop out to either side. relaxing your legs, softening your knees, relax your thighs. Just let your legs completely relax down, melting a little bit further into the floor beneath you. Relaxing your hips, relax your belly, relax your chest, let them soften, and feel the relaxation making its way up your spine, allowing the whole of your back just to melt down into the mat. Lower back, middle back, and upper back, all completely relaxed. Relax your shoulders, feel your shoulders spreading wide beneath you, melting down away from your ears. And then allow the relaxation to travel down your arms, relaxing your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. Relaxing your wrists and your hands. Relaxing your neck and the back of your head. Swallowing gently to relax the muscles in your throat. Softening your jaw. And finally, allow all of the muscles in your face to relax. Soften your forehead. Release the point between your eyes. Until your whole body is completely calm and relaxed. Trying not to be distracted by any noises that might be going on in the background. Just holding on to this relaxation for a few moments longer. Allowing your mind to be quiet and your body to be still. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to bring your awareness back into your body. Just wiggling your fingers and toes, making any small movements that you need to make to begin to wake yourself back up. And then slowly roll yourself over onto one side and bring yourself up into a seated position once again. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. We'll finish with one final deep breath in as we inhale and float our arms up and over our head. Bring the palms together and exhale, look down in front of your heart. Tuck your chin to your chest and bow down to honour your practice and that of everybody else who's joined us this morning. Namaste, everybody. Sorry for all of the background noise and the fact that I'm battling with flies for the whole of this session, but I hope you enjoyed it. So just a reminder that, let me come a bit closer. This is the last day of October, obviously, so we start a new month's membership tomorrow. So if you haven't already signed up for your November pass, please make sure you do so on the website. There is a link in the group somewhere. I'm sure you'll be able to find it. I'll be doing the admin this evening, so anybody that doesn't have a November pass I will be removing, and I'll be adding some of the new people who have joined as well. So hopefully I will see you next week for more Float Away on Thursday night. If you've got any questions about the membership or anything, just drop me a message and I will help you out. So I hope you all have a nice weekend, and I'll see you all soon.